Thinking for Dialogue and Democracy. Stop telling people they're wrong, why it doesn't work. Imagine trying to tell a witch hunter that their method of discerning whether someone was a witch was useless and that perhaps witches didn't exist anyway. For context, one way, witch swimming, was to dunk a person, usually a woman, in some water. If she floated, she was a witch and would get burnt at the stake. If she didn't, she wasn't a witch, but unfortunately she was also dead. Now maybe that's a funny thought experiment, but it is politically neutral and unlikely to offend anyone. Now I'm not here to tell people what I think, but in this instance, I think it's fairly acceptable to think that the witch trials were unfair. Anyway, I digress. That witch hunter has put a huge amount of stock into their belief that their methods are correct, and what they do is right from a reality-orientated and from an ethical perspective. Going in and directly telling them that they're wrong is not going to go well for you. It's only going to get their boundaries up and reinforce what they already believe, and make them think that you're the fool. Now, while you're unlikely to go into that conversation believing you might change your mind, if you go into it with a recognition of the fact that the person has reasons for their beliefs and that those beliefs matter to their sense of reality, you will approach it better. We all need to try and acknowledge that everything that we believe or know is the product of our own experiences and interactions with the world. Less so in this context, but applicable in pretty much any contemporarily relevant context. If you go into a conversation willing to learn something, your demeanour will change, and that will make the conversation go better for everyone. And you might even learn something. Having a little bit of intellectual humility is a really good thing. The second thing is that when you tell someone they're wrong about something that's important to them, you do get their boundaries up. The more important the belief is to that person's sense of self and identity, to their feeling of belonging and concept of reality is, the bigger those walls are going to be. There are various things at play here: the backfire effect, confirmation bias, social identity, to name a few. Look at the video description for links to resources on those things. There'll be videos on them too. Finally, no one wants to listen to someone who is patronising or belittling them. No one engages well with contempt. One of the reasons that we're so bad at talking across any kind of divide is because we go in believing that there is something wrong with the way the other person thinks. We need to go in understanding that everyone's perspective comes from somewhere or something, and only by understanding that can we engage constructively.